Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Celeste and this is my channel, Celeste Creates. Welcome back for FlossTube number 53. It is Thursday, May 25th, 2023, and it's been since April 29th since I filmed a FlossTube. We've had a busy May and we've still got a few busy weeks left before it slows down. I say it'll slow down. I'm not convinced that it ever does slow down. I think we just kind of have lulls and then we're back at it. But everything is great. We're doing well. We've just had a lot of events this past 25 days since I last saw you. So since then, we have been to Kansas twice. The first time we went to Kansas, we went up for my son's graduation with his master's degree. He got his MBA. So he spent 4 years at Benedictine. He's got his bachelor's and his master's, and so he is done up at Benedictine, and this August he will be getting himself his own place in Fort Worth and heading to Texas A&M Law School. So we're excited for that next chapter and see what this holds for him. And so we are excited to have them a little closer too. As much as we love Benedictine, we really love Benedictine College up in Atchison, but it's a good 13 hours away, so we're good. We can do it in one day now, but it will be really nice to have him only up in Fort Worth, which is about 4 hours, so we're looking forward to that. Then a week later we went back to Benedictine, to Atchison, to pack up the rest of his stuff and my daughter's stuff. She's finishing her sophomore year at Benedictine College, and we went ahead and brought her home and all the stuff, and we just kind of drove up there one day, packed up, drove home the next, and so it was a real quick trip. My son that just graduated, he stayed for an extra week to kind of just spend some time with friends and say goodbye and wrap things up. And so we brought Nicole home, and so she has been home now. Jacob came home this past Saturday. So now I have all 5 of my chicks at home for the next 2 months, and I'm really excited to have them all here and have them together. And so that's it's a great thing. So so one of my sons over here, Michael, I can see him from where I'm sitting. He's doing his school, or he's supposed to be doing his school. Anyway, apparently he didn't like the fact that I called them, my children, chicks, okay? But you moms get it, right? The little chicks are all back in the nest, right? But the look on his face was pretty funny. All right, back to what I was talking about. So all 5 of my kids are home, and let's see, we have a birthday this Saturday, we have a birthday the next Saturday, and then the Saturday after that is our high school homeschool graduation. So by the time we make it to June 10th, I think we'll be pretty pooped, but it's all fun. We're having a great time and looking forward to my 3rd child. Andrew is graduating homeschool, and then in August he will be off to Texas A&M University in College Station, and will be joining the Choral Cadets. And I don't think I finished Nicole. Nicole goes back for her junior and senior year at Benedictine in August, and her last 2 years will all be the nursing program there, and so she'll finish with her nursing degree in 2 years here. And we just keep on, cycling them through, but looking forward to the 2 months of everybody at home. So that's a real blessing, and we are already enjoying it. So it's already warm here. It's not hot yet. I wouldn't call it hot. It's still pleasant-ish. But we're in for it. By July, it's hot. It's hot. June into July, it starts getting hot. August and September, I think, are some of our hottest months here in the Houston area. So anyway, that's what we have been up to. I have been stitching. I have no finishes, no FFOs since I last saw you. I don't think I bought anything, but I'm not real sure. So anyway, what I can show you is my WIPs that I have been working on and the things that I have lined up that I would like to start. And at the end, I will have another giveaway. So with that being said, let's get into my WIPs. Some of these I worked on a good bit. Stop looking at me, Michael. Michael, he's making faces at me. Some of these WIPs have been really gotten a lot of attention because they have been great fill-in projects. And so they have been great since I've driven to Atchison, Kansas twice. Since the last time I saw you, I've needed a great car stitching project that gives me a lot of fill-in work. So one of the ones I put a lot of work into, and I'm really not that far from a finish. I just set it aside for a while. But it is This Is the Day by Plum Street Samplers. Did this come out 2 markets ago? I forget, but I love it. I still love it. One of my favorites. I think she recently was Paulette at the Amana retreat, and boy, the sampler or the piece that she did for the retreat there, I know people have been showing it and you can find it on Instagram. I forget what it's called, but it's pretty impressive, and I might have to stitch that once it gets released in the future. So anyway, been working on this and would like to finish it up. And of course, I'm sure here I have a needle just stuck in there because I bet I was stitching on it in the car and then had to hop out and for a pit stop or something, and just left the needle and never came back. And here's how it's looking. There's that thread hanging. I was filling in the mortar on the house. So really, I mean, once that mortar is filled in and I finish these little borders, there's just not a whole lot left to do. The letters, the words will go quickly. So kind of, you can look at it again. I think the words will go super quick, and then there's lots of little odds and ends to fill in, but the big chunk of the work is almost done. I have to fill in the windows. I haven't filled in windows yet, have I? No. Love that house. I remember, I think last time I showed this to you, I showed you that because of somebody who had been working on this on Instagram. I saw these goats are supposed to be white, and you just really couldn't see them well enough for me. So she had done a gray goat, and so I restitched this goat gray. And so then you can see down here, here's some more gray goats. Aren't they cute? So I really love that one. The colors are so fun. Here's all the colors. They're just wonderful, wonderful colors. And of course, some don't get used a whole, I think this yellow and orange are going to get used on the sun. That might be it. So love the pinks and the reds. It's been a really, really fun stitch to work on. And so I will definitely be getting back to that. And I'd like to get that finished up and framed, and it would look so cute. Hanging up somewhere. At some point I'm going to run out of wall space, but maybe as my children move out and they vacate their rooms, then I can redecorate and I can hang more cross stitch on the walls. So he's looking at me again. All right, next one that I worked on is a project that has a due date. This needs to be done by July 11th because that is my 25th wedding anniversary. Well, our 25th wedding anniversary. And I had originally planned to do another sampler to commemorate our 25th wedding anniversary, but then when Teresa Kogut, all right, sorry, we had a Doug bark break. Okay, so what I was saying, when I saw this book, so I bought this book whenever Teresa Kogut released it, Let Love Reign, and I bought it because of this sampler, which I don't know that I'll ever do the whole sampler. Maybe I will. But what I want to do someday is this right here. Anyway, I bought it because of that. But then when I got the booklet and I saw this chart that had a quote from Mother Teresa on it, I completely changed my plans and knew this was the piece that I wanted to do for our anniversary. And it's called Love Your Family. And so this is the one I'm doing for our anniversary, and I made some good progress on it. A lot of fill-in, house isn't too bad, a lot of grass, a lot of grass. So again, this was another really good car project to work on because I could just fill in grass or fill in the house, whichever I wanted to do. And so I really got to work on this one more because, like I said, I have a deadline. But here's where I am. So I made a lot of progress. So really, I have nothing left in the grassy area to do. It's all been put in, all the words. So again, a great piece just to sit and fill in. So wish me luck. Cheer me on so I can get this done before our anniversary. But I think I can do it. All right, so that's called Love Your Family, and I think I'm using all the called for colors. But yeah, I think. Yes, it's mostly DMC, and then it calls for Oscar and Onyx. So that is what I am doing. It's a little hard for me because it's not my favorite colors. It is very beigey and browny, and those are, I like bright and reds and things. So anyway, but I am living. Let's see. Another one I pulled out. I'm not sure why. There was something, and I told my friend Chrissy, I was like, I really wanted to work on something Catholic, so I pulled this sampler out. I don't remember why, but there was something was going on, and I really just wanted to work on something religious, so I pulled this one out. I started this forever ago. Anyway, it is beautiful. It is a GGR chart, and it's called Anne Ariel 1841. Of course, she has the antiques on the front, but you can look it up on Instagram and see people who have finished it, and it's beautiful. My friend Chrissy, CM Color 5, has finished hers, and it is lovely. So pretty. So the colors are really pretty. I think from looking at that, and then you look at the colors that are on my ring here, they're all Gentle Arts, and they're just beautiful. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? Look at all those. Love this color here. These two are so pretty. Red grape and rhubarb. Love this one. I don't know if I've used this one yet. The blueberry. Isn't it pretty? So that is lovely. And I did a little bit of work on this, and then I put it away. I don't know why, but I did. So, oh, and it's still, I've been leaving my needle this lots lately. Okay. And here's what I have done so far. The altar and the tabernacle. So pretty. See that? Lighting is imperfect today. That's better. So I love that one, and I will finish it someday, and I will be thrilled when I finish it. So I worked on that a little bit, not a ton, before I put it away and moved on to something else. So that is another one, and let's see what's next. Here's one. This is what I was working on last night. I made a boo-boo, but I decided to leave it and move on and fix it the way so that it wouldn't, I don't think you'll notice. So this is a recent Stacey Nash design. It is the Spring Basket Pin Keep, and I'm not sure why she calls these things pin keeps, because I got several of them so far, and they are much larger than I would ever think a pin keep would be. Pin keep, I'm thinking little pin cushion, and these are more like doll pillow size, at least, if you made this into a pillow. Anyway, I still love it. It's just that I probably will not make this into a pin keep. I will probably frame. So like I was saying before my phone cut me off, I will probably frame this Maybe with a pretty white frame, I'm thinking. Anyway, so here's what I have. And like I said, this is some sort of odd piece of linen that I just kind of did some distressing spray, and it's okay. But I'm pretty close to a finish on this too, other than there's grass down there that needs to be filled in. I have a lot of fill-in projects right now. A lot of grass down there, not as bad as some, but I really love it. I love the chickens. Love that bunny. The whole thing is just, love the colors. So, so pretty. So I made a mistake right here. So I had done all this down here. My lighting is just weird today. So I had done all this down here, and I'd come up and I'd stopped right there. So then I was coming across with these little half circles here, and I was coming around, and I got all the way down here, and it wasn't gonna meet. And so then I very quickly realized that I only did 2 in the middle of this little half circle instead of 3. But that would have meant I'd have to rip out all of that and go back. It wouldn't have been horrible, but I really wasn't in the mood for that. So I just decided that this one little half circle here is kind of right in the middle. It might actually be the exact middle, and it's only got 2. It was easier for me to rip out just a teeny bit down here, ooch everything over a stitch, and bring it around. So that's what I did. But I love it. It's so cute. So I think I want to finish all of the other little parts of it. I think there's mostly just little doodads and then the eyelets. These are little eyelets right here in between those. Can you see that? And do those, and then I'll have one more fill-in project with grass. So working on that, really enjoying that. Then I think these were starts since I last saw you. One start was a super pretty sampler by Pineberry Lane called Sarah Barker 1824. I love that. Love the colors. Love the design. It's a really sweet small sampler. It is 140 by 159. It's really pretty. So I started that on some linen. Oh, here it is. Tropical Stitches Grazia, 36 count. And I love the colors on this too. I never thought I loved pink. Once upon a time I would have said, oh, that's so girly. But I love pink. So there we go. Look at those beautiful colors. Really pretty. And here was how far I got. Love this bird. Fun border, fun colors. Really loving that. So that's Sarah Barker from Pineberry Lane. And that's a real fun one to stitch on. So I started that and worked on that for a little while. I just need like 20 sets of hands, and then I could stitch them all at the same time. And then here is another one that I started. Actually, this was a purchase. So I purchased this, and now I can't remember what else came in the package. Anyway, this is a Prairie Schooler. Yes, once upon a time I said I don't like stitching Prairie Schoolers. So I no longer say never, ever again, because it always comes back to get me. So I have said I would never cross stitch. I said I would never crochet. Yeah, so. I would what?
Never eat asparagus.
Oh, I would never eat asparagus, which still is, asparagus and I have a tenuous relationship, but there is one way that my daughter fixes asparagus, and I actually kind of like them. And so, yes, don't say never. So this I ordered. This was all Brenda sampler stitchers from Brenda and Laura. This is all Brenda's fault. I think one of her recent videos, she was holding up some pieces that she brought back, I think from a relative's house. It was either mother-in-law, I forget. I'm sorry, Brenda. But she held up a Prairie Schooler sampler, and I believe she'd done 2, maybe only 1. But anyway, I know I saw this one right here, and I thought I need to do that. That is so sweet. And it doesn't, the colors don't even really show very pretty here, but when she held it up, I thought that's really, really pretty. So this is leaflet number 45, and it's called Garden Samplers. And I really like them all. I love the basket and the, can you see the basket and the beehive on this one? But I decided to do this first one, is called the Garden Gate Sampler. And so I got all my DNCs together, and see what I mean? How if you look at that, picture, it doesn't look all that exciting. But when you pull those threads, look how pretty. So I started this. This is the other half, that linen I showed you. This linen here that I'd cut this piece of linen for something else that I decided not to do. And so these are 2 halves of 1 piece of linen. So you can see here, this was 1 piece. So this is the undyed. I don't know what it was. And then this was I put the distressing spray, but it's the same piece of linen. So here's how far I've gotten. And another needle. Oh. Look how cute. Just love that. The grapes, the numbers, that flower there. So I'm working on that, and I'm enjoying it. It is a Prairie Schooler, and I'm enjoying it. Go figure. Let's see. Was that the last one? Sarah Barker, Prairie Schooler. Yeah, I think that's it. So next, what I want to show you are the things that I have sort of kitted that I would like to do sometime soon. When I put away my Easter stuff last weekend, and so I had kind of 3 areas that I wanted to, because I had one little cabinet that it's an aqua blue cabinet, and I had all the Easter chicks on it. And then I had my tiered tray on the island that I had just miscellaneous Easter things in. And then I had my table in the hallway, my long console table in the hallway that was all Easter bunnies. And so when I put all the Easter stuff away, I had those 3 things I wanted to decorate. And so the aqua cabinet that had the chicks has bees on it now. And I'll try and insert pictures of these at the end. The tiered tray that was Eastery looking now is strawberries. And the console table in the hall, which was bunnies, is now patriotic. So, and it will probably stay patriotic through the end of July, I think. We'll see. So I was kind of thinking, oh, I'd like another patriotic piece. I'd like another little bumblebee piece. I'd like another strawberry piece. So these were the ones I decided on. So I've had this for forever. I love this chart from Blackbird Designs. It's called Strawberry Fields Forever. And so I'm going to stitch that. I kind of was toying with the idea of stopping it here, leaving off the gate, and just doing that part. But I'm not sure. I'm going to pull all the colors anyway. And so I have there's a few more that are hiding in other places, but that's most of the colors there. So I'm going to do that one. The next one is also a Blackbird from the Sweet Land of Liberty book from Blackbird Designs. I've done this one, and I've done this one. And so next I want to do this one. It's called In Full Glory. It's a sweet little piece, and I love the red house. So I'm going to stitch this one, and I have most of the colors pulled. Well, it's not about, we'll call that 2/3 of the colors pulled. So I'll find the rest of those because they're also in other bags. And do that one to add to my patriotic display. And then I have, I don't know if y'all have ever visited, I'll try and remember to link this below, but it's a website, a blog called Pinker and Pumpkin. Y'all probably all heard of it. It's Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting and Stitching. And she has so many freebies on her blog. It's just, she's so generous. And so there's one here called Bees and Blooms. You can go look and see what that looks like. But it's a real cute little, it's like a little beehive sitting on an urn with flowers on either side. It's real simple and small, and that's kind of what I want because the place where I have the bees displayed isn't very big. And so I have to find a couple other DMCs, but there's some colors for that. So those are my plans. All right, I think that's all I have to share with you that I have either been working on or I want to work on. Hopefully by the next video, I will have some finishes to show you. So I have 2 charts to give away today, so 2 separate giveaways. And let's see. So one of these, I was kind of, sometimes when I go through the things that I have available to give away, I'm kind of like, okay, what month it is or what theme. Go with the theme. And I pulled this one chart out and then I was like, oh look, I have another one that has a barn on it. So the first chart that I want to give away is a copy of All Creatures, Great and Small from Barbara Anna Designs. That's a cute chart. Okay. So I've seen people that have done this and it's just such a cute sampler. And so if you are interested in winning this chart, we're going to use the word creature. Okay, the word creature, C-R-E-A-T-U-R-E, singular, creature, if you want to be entered to win this chart. So see, there's a little barn. We got all that farmy looking stuff going on there. And then the other one is from Little House Needleworks, and it's so cute. This is called The Old Red Barn. So if you'd like to be entered to win this chart, we're going to use the word barn. So barn for this one and creature for this one. And so just leave me a comment and with one or both of those words in it, and I will draw a winner next time I film. And again, kind of if you need to be at least 18 and don't say giveaway, and I'd love it if you'd be a subscriber and to enter that giveaway. So creature and barn, and you will be entered to win one of those charts. So I guess that's all I have to share with you today. I hope it is not too hot yet where you are, and that you are staying cool. We have, like I said, lots of adventures coming up in the next couple of weeks, lots of fun things happening, and so I know I will be stitching in amongst all of that, and so I look forward to seeing you next time when I come back with more to share. As always, thank you for joining me, and have a blessed couple of weeks until I see you the next time. Bye. Oh, and P.S. Michael said goodbye as well.